All right. So about 3 years, I made the conscious decision to step out of the limelight. That was intentional. Started removing a bunch of videos. I have impacted in total, I think, 7 million unique people in the world. And I think through the network of the team, maybe 30 million people know me. The great thing is once you've impacted those people, you made a difference in their lives, they'll always remember you. However, there's a lot of suppression going on right now. This space of social skills and development is kind of like the wild, wild west, as I'm sure you've seen. You don't want to have all the limelight, because if all that attention is on you, you become the target. In the past, I've had articles or just like press that really was not important, but it's not about the articles or the press. It's about being able to help as many people as possible. And when you're the number one, I guess, people or team in that, it makes it a challenge to do that if you have too much attention. So in order to serve you better, I intentionally took down a lot of content. I intentionally changed the way I did things. And I intentionally wanted to fly under the radar for a bit. Particularly over the last year, I went on a personal journey. It was very spiritual in some ways. I went to Tez Mikal ceremonies. I moved to Mexico. I spent a lot of time just in isolation. The only people I was in contact with, I would call them my board of directors, which are my very, very close friends that I've known for 10 plus 15 years. Didn't really make new friends. And I went on this journey, and one of the things I really discovered, especially during the pandemic, was that my definition of success had changed. Before, success to me was being popular and having status or just really being known. But now I don't care about those things. They make no impact to me personally. My definition of success is a lot more moderate, humble. It's about making an impact to people's lives privately. And I don't crave the same things that I crave as before. And I can say that because I'm very happy with the amazing experiences I've had. I've lived in 3 mansions, fortunately, thanks to the team. And I've been to 45 countries with my job. And I've been around amazing people. I've been with celebrities as friends and intimately in relationships, people from Miss Bogota to people that are in David Guetta videos. And because I've done all that, it's very easy for me to say that that doesn't entertain me anymore or interest me. If you haven't had those experiences, I want to encourage you to go out and have those experiences in life. That's the fruit of life. You'll always feel like you haven't achieved your best potential unless you've done it. But for me, as a guy who has done that, fortunately, I'm appreciative of it, but I realize I need to make a different turn. And the phrase I've kind of come up with in my mind here is I need to eat the cookie that I'm selling. What is the cookie and what am I selling? Well, I basically got to walk the walk and talk the talk. And that means if I'm going to get on the camera and I'm going to encourage everybody to live up to their fullest potential through example and through experience, that I also personally must live up to my fullest potential and my fullest experience of life. And I haven't been doing that. And I would be a fraud if I told you to start a business and I never started a business. I would be a fraud if I told you could do coaching this way and I never coached. I would be a fraud if I told you you can meet people that are beautiful and perhaps go home with them sometimes if I never did that. Fortunately, I did all those things, right? But I want to live into my fullest potential. I want to maximize what I can do. And I know that I could do more. I know that I could offer more and grow into more. This is just the first phase of my mutation and my growth. There's another phase that I know is on the other side of this. So I'm very eager to see what the future holds. And I'm very excited to also share that with you. I had this thought, not completely sure how to explain it, but I don't know if you've ever felt like this. The feeling that I had was that I was burnt out from playing in half gear. My theory is sometimes in life, at least for myself, I've found that I can get more tired and exhausted from not going all the way because I'm like using energy to hold myself in and hold myself back and using energy to just maintain rather than fully expressing, fully go for what I want, fully share it to the best of my ability. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to play in half gear anymore. And this was a habit that I noticed evolve over a year or two. I turned down a lot of opportunity, and it wasn't because I thought I wasn't ready for them. I'll explain why. But I turned down opportunities. Like my buddy Jesse came to me and he said, I got this program I want to build, and it ended up becoming Endless Options, which is a multi-million-dollar company. And I had helped him with that, but I didn't fully commit to when he asked me for content for it. I'm happy to see this stuff that's happened, for example, with Michaela Peterson. I mean, she was going to blow up anyways, right? But I think I was the first one to do an interview with her like 3.5 years ago. And there was just a lot of things that I didn't fully capitalize on in terms of what I was able to offer people and the timing. And I look back at that with a new light saying, there's a lot of good stuff you could have been a part of that you didn't do. And one of the decisions at that time was to delete a bunch of videos. And that was the best course of action at that time. There's nothing else that could have been better to do. There was no other additional information that said, hey, keep these videos up. But when that happened, it completely changed the algorithm. Because what happens is, let's say, for example, you have a YouTube channel that's been around for 7 years, or actually my channel's around for even longer. I think it was like 8 or 9 years. And 3/4 of the time, it's built on one subject, and then you change it. The algorithms just don't know where to put your channel. They don't know where to place things. It's not really built on the YouTube. A brand is built on that list and the reputation that you have. And thankfully, as I said before, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm more of a coach, and I have a background in fashion marketing with international companies, and I had a record label, and I had a media company long ago, and I've done many different things. And we have a list in this brand of emails, and the company is not its YouTube channels. It's more of like the reputation of that brand. That reputation is a really important thing, and thankfully I have a reputation that precedes me. If this channel were to go tomorrow, I have a reputation of the 7 million people I've impacted, maybe 30 million that know me, and that's always more important to bring value to people. So the lesson there is it's always your decision to make. If you don't like something, you don't want something, it's your decision to make, and you have to either make it or not make it, and take responsibility when you don't make it. So the small decision that I did make at that time was I have a whole bunch of students internationally that I've promised boot camps to, even though I said I was going to retire, right? I remember I think about a year ago, a little bit more than that, I released a video saying I'm retiring my old content, which I have. And I made a decision to fulfill those committed boot camps to students because I said that I would. So I went to Israel, had a great time over there. I went to Australia, did a series of programs over there. There was some also, I think, in Mexico and a few in Canada. And I did those and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing all of you guys that were waiting for years to do these programs on this waiting list, getting out of your house, shaking off the rust. And I was able to help you with one of the guys who've been doing this for the longest time and bring my knowledge to you and see impacts in your lives. And I enjoyed that so much. And I'm so happy for you. And I will never doubt or shit on anybody that takes a program, because at least these are people that are making movements in their life and they're motivated and they're doing something where nobody else is stepping up to help them. They are helping themselves. And I totally respect those people. And I made those programs happen, and I'm happy that I did that. So the lesson to take away from that is I want you to see me working through this, working through these challenges. And hopefully my goal of this is to impact you and say, hey, what are the areas in your life that you can change and you can move forward with and find your true potential and unleash the maximum ability that you have and that best version of yourself. One of the challenges that I look back on fondly now was my secondary channel, which became Emotional Intelligence Genius. That was actually not what I wanted it to be called. That was a internal decision by the team, but that happened. And then there was also the launch of my Influence Mastery for Coaches program that was delayed for many different reasons. And that was something I always wanted to do because I always wanted to help people coach. I love coaching. I love the art of teaching. It's something that I feel is very important in this world today. I look at all the coaches that are out there, people that are fitness trainers, entrepreneurs, all kinds of consultants, and they don't know how to coach, and it impacts their bottom line because they can't maintain clients or customers or students, and it's a really hard thing for them. So I've watched my instructor assistants over the year just grow up and mature and just kill it in their own rights, and I'm very excited to bring that to people moving forward. So yes, that Influence Mastery for Coaches program will continue, but what I'm going to do, because of how YouTube works, I don't want to be penalized for putting it out on this channel. I'm going to move that over to a secondary channel, okay? And that channel will be called Madison Professional Influence. You can go over there if you're any kind of professional. If you're a lawyer, a doctor, an entrepreneur, if you work in a startup or e-commerce, if you're a personal trainer, if you're nutrition, the idea of influence is important. Being able to how to influence people. It's not that you're not talented in your skill, you just don't know how to influence them. So you want to follow me on that journey, and I'll put only influential content out there for young professionals. Go over to that channel, okay? It's gonna be linked down below. Hopefully by the time the video is out, I'll have a link for it down below. Go check it out right now. That channel is there. It's all about taking these social skills that you built up and getting a return on investment of those social skills. You've learned some basics. How about making it impact the rest of your life? And professionally, go over over to that channel and subscribe to that, okay? I'll put out little clips over here, but the full-length videos on influence stuff will be on that channel. As for this channel, what will happen is it will continue to be about social skills because I built this amazing asset of you and me and this relationship we have here. I'm not gonna throw that asset away down the toilet. I'm not gonna throw a relationship down the toilet. I want you to be able to continue to find me, teaching you about what you love to learn. So this channel will remain only, what did I say? Only a social skills channel moving forward, okay? Ask me if I'm lying, because I'm not. I swear to you, it will be only social skills on this channel moving forward. Some people have seen a mix-up of content over the last few weeks. Don't worry about that. It's gonna be very clear. It will be a social skills channel moving forward. So continue to learn some of the stuff that you loved before, the classic stuff, the OG content for a new generation will be right here. It's gonna get even better. The best content is yet to come, I swear to you. What you're gonna see happen in the next few months on this channel is there will be social skills stuff that's focused on you building a lifestyle. It was never about you just learning how to talk to a stranger. That's important. I'll continue to do that. It was never just about you learning how to have confidence, which is important. I will teach you confidence skills. And it was never just about you running out of things to say, okay? I will continue to teach you that here though. What it was about is taking these things and building a lifestyle, making new friends, being able to network, and really just changing your life with these social skills. And I will continue to do that here. I will have a lifestyle program that will come out at some point in time. I haven't put it together, but I'm thinking about it for about 2 years. I'll put that out. I will do lifestyle type events. I will do lifestyle programs in cities around the world. So those skills from somebody who's been doing it for a really long time, about a decade, at the golden standard level, will continue to be preserved in this industry and taught to the public. Another thing I'm gonna be doing on social media is coming up with a Madison sales influence channel. I don't know if that's the exact name, but it's gonna be named something like that. The link will be down below as well in the description in the comments. Go check it out. This will be purely on the psychology of using social skills for a sales game, all right? So the skills that you've learned in social interactions, persuasion, influence, these same skills are really related to sales. And I had the experience of being trained by some of the best people in the world in this. Will I mention them? I don't know. Will I mention them? I've worked with guys who are on Ty Lopez's team, guys that are on Tony Robbins' teams. I've worked on guys that worked with Grant Cardone's team. I've been trained by guys that do $100 million a year in sales. I've learned from some of the best, and I have an experience of making several $1 million in sales and coaching myself. So all these skills that you know, that you've learned from me, I'm gonna show you how to transfer them into persuasion and influence in a sales setting. So there will be a link to that channel down there. Go subscribe to that. That will be only sales and persuasion related stuff, okay? It's good for anybody, high ticket salespeople, people who are just have businesses, people that just want to learn about it in their day-to-day lives, and they can see it being a benefit, even if you're a Starbucks barista, all the way up to if you work in a car sales position, or you're doing high ticket sales for insurance. Whatever you're doing, go over there and check that out. That'll be there in the comments and description down below. And I want to continue to do this in the best way possible for you and for me. And there's a lot of stuff coming. Best is yet to come. It's gonna be even better, more content, better quality content, deeper, more relatable to you and your life, more able to serve you in the way that's the best way to serve you. And I'm super excited about that. I want you to know that I am forever grateful to you. And this is not the end. This is just the beginning of something even better. I love you so much. I really do. People I've met internationally around the globe at 720 live events. I met you all, and I love you so much. Even if I've never met you, you're on this journey, and I know what that takes. And I love you for that. And I look forward to a very, very bright and productive future between the two of us. As always, keep in touch, and we're definitely not strangers. Let's do it.